The Legacy of King George, a tale of leadership and legacy. In the annals of history, there shines a beacon of leadership and virtue, a monarch whose legacy echoes through the corridors of time. King George. His story is not merely one of kings and kingdoms, but a saga of courage, compassion, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. Imagine a land where turmoil reigns supreme, where shadows of discord clouded the horizon. It was into this turbulent realm that King George ascended, a figure whose presence would shape the destiny of his people and the course of history itself. But who was this enigmatic ruler? Was he merely a king by title, or did his heart beat with the rhythm of empathy and understanding? Join us as we embark on a journey through the corridors of power, where the fate of nations hung in the balance, and where the true measure of a monarch was tested in the crucible of adversity. From the dusty streets of the capital to the towering spires of the royal palace, we delve into the life and times of King George, a man of humble beginnings, whose indomitable spirit would propel him to the forefront of a kingdom in need. But it was not his crown or his scepter that defined King George. It was his unwavering commitment to his people, his tireless pursuit of justice, and his unyielding belief in the power of compassion to bridge the deepest divides. Join us, dear friends, as we unravel the tapestry of King George's reign, a tapestry woven with threads of courage, compassion, and the timeless quest for a better world. For his story is not merely one of kings and kingdoms, but a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to triumph over adversity and illuminate even the darkest of times. Welcome to the legend of King George, a tale that continues to inspire and captivate hearts the world over. Please subscribe our channel for more historical stories. King George, who reigned as King of Great Britain and King of Ireland from 1760 until his death in 1820, had one wife. His wife was Queen Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. They were married in 1761 and remained together until King George III's death. They had a large family, comprising several sons and daughters. King George III and Queen Charlotte had a total of 15 children, including sons and daughters. Among their offspring, they had 9 sons and 6 daughters. Their sons included George IV, the future king, as well as several other princes who held various titles and roles within the royal family and government. The most famous of King George III's sons was George IV, who succeeded his father to the throne as King George IV upon his death in 1820. George IV's reign lasted from 1820 until his own death in 1830. He is often remembered for his flamboyant lifestyle, his interest in the arts, architecture, and his association with the Regency era, during which he served as Prince Regent due to his father's illness. George IV's reign also saw significant cultural and architectural developments, including the construction of the Royal Pavilion in Brighton. One of the most significant scandals surrounding King George III was his mental health. In the later years of his reign, George III experienced periods of mental instability, which about led to episodes of madness. These bouts of illness became the subject of speculation and gossip, with rumors spreading about the king's mental state and his ability to rule. The Regency crisis of 1788 to 1789, during which the Prince of Wales, later George IV, temporarily assumed the role of regent due to his father's illness, brought the issue of the king's mental health into the public eye. While not directly related to personal affairs, King George III's involvement in political controversies and conflicts during his reign contributed to the perception of scandal. His policies, particularly those related to taxation and colonial governance in America, led to the outbreak of the American Revolutionary War. The loss of the American colonies and the subsequent fallout were significant events during George III's reign and had far-reaching consequences for the British Empire. As we unravel the tapestry of the king's reign, tracing his footsteps through the iconic landmarks that bear witness to the triumphs and trials of a bygone era, from the majestic spires of Westminster to the tranquil shores of the Lake District, each place holds a piece of the monarch's legacy, a testament to the enduring spirit of a nation shaped by its kings and queens. Famous place: Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. Located in London, Big Ben is the nickname for the great bell of the clock at the north end of the Palace of Westminster. The Houses of Parliament, with its distinctive Gothic architecture, is an iconic symbol of British democracy and government. Tower of London, this historic castle located on the north bank of the River Thames in central London, has served various purposes over the centuries, including as a royal residence, prison, and treasury. Today, it is a popular tourist attraction, known for its fascinating history and the crown jewels housed within its walls. Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the British monarch in London. Buckingham Palace is a symbol of the British monarchy and is often associated with royal ceremonies and events. The changing of the guard ceremony, which takes place outside the palace, is a popular tourist attraction. Stonehenge, located in Wiltshire, England. Stonehenge is a prehistoric monument consisting of a ring of standing stones. It is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world and continues to intrigue visitors with its mysterious origins and significance. Edinburgh Castle, perched atop Castle Rock in the heart of Edinburgh, Scotland. Edinburgh Castle is a historic fortress with a rich history dating back to the 12th century. It is one of Scotland's most popular tourist attractions, offering stunning views of the city and housing the crown jewels of Scotland. The Lake District, known for its breathtaking landscapes, picturesque lakes, and rugged mountains. The Lake District in northwest England is a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site and a haven for outdoor enthusiasts and nature lovers. As the sun sets on the horizon and shadows lengthen over the kingdom, we bid farewell to the tale of King George, a monarch whose life was woven into the fabric of British history with threads of wisdom, resilience, and compassion. In the quiet twilight of his reign, King George faced the final chapter of his journey with dignity and grace. Though his footsteps faltered and his crown grew heavy with the weight of time, his spirit remained unyielding, a beacon of hope and fortitude in a world beset by change and uncertainty. As he gazed upon the rolling hills and verdant meadows of his beloved kingdom, King George III reflected upon the lessons learned, the victories won, and the challenges overcome. His was a life shaped by the ebb and flow of history, by the triumphs of the human spirit, and the depths of its despair. In his final moments, surrounded by loved ones and loyal subjects, King George III imparted a timeless message to the generations yet to come. He spoke of the importance of integrity in leadership, of the enduring power of compassion and empathy to bridge the deepest divides. He urged future rulers to govern with wisdom and humility, to remember always the solemn duty entrusted to them by the people they served. And as the stars blinked into existence overhead, casting their gentle light upon the world below, King George closed his eyes, his journey at an end. But his legacy, like the flickering flame of a candle in the darkness, burned bright and eternal, a guiding light for all who dared to dream of a better tomorrow. And so, dear friends, as we bid adieu to the story of King George, let us heed his words and honor his memory. Let us draw inspiration from his deeds and his wisdom, and let us strive, each day, to build a world worthy of his legacy. A world where justice reigns, compassion thrives, and the human spirit soars ever upward, toward the promise of a brighter dawn. For in the end, it is not the wealth of nations or the might of empires that endure, but the courage and kindness of those who dare to dream. And in their dreaming, shape the course of history for generations yet unborn. And so, farewell, King George, may your legacy shine on, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all eternity.